prosecution would object, we can take your word on the delivery unless you want to bring along the person who brought the key and gave the key to Mrs. Corona. Are you willing to do that?
If I may, Your
yes,
Honor.
yes.
We have subpoenaed or requested for a subpoena of the developer to come and send a representative.
Particularly on the person who delivered the key?
That will the issue of delivery will be central in that presentation.
That's
Your
right.
Honor.
Just a factual testimony as to when the key was delivered.
Yes, Your Honor. I am sure that the witness we subpoenaed will be in a better position to respond.
Now, I am looking at Exhibit NNN3. There was this document is marked in evidence. This is the contract to sell, marked in evidence on January 24, 2012, and accepted by this court as evidence for the prosecution. This is the contract to sell. On Annex 3 of this contract to sell, this pertains to the columns, and there is a deposit here of 25,000 made on January 29, 2003, a down payment of 543,181.82 on March 28, 2003. There is also a delivery date of the unit indicated June 2006. And across that is a signature of Cristina R. Corona. Would you know if this is the actual delivery date, Mr. Witness?
I don't have an idea for that, Your Honor. That is already for sales. The one who handled that is sales, sir. Sales of Ayala Land, sir.
You are not involved in that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So, on what date did Mrs. Corona agree to pay the dues? Effective what date?
Basically, sir, we charge it third quarter of 2009, going up to date. I just don't have an idea, sir, because I was assigned as a property manager starting 2010 already. So basically, I also don't have an idea when is the exact acceptance date. But based on our records, we charge the association dues starting third quarter of 2009.
And she paid association dues effective the third quarter of 2009.
Based on our records, yes, Your Honor.
But you were charging her association dues long before that.
I don't have an idea for that, sir, and we don't have records of it, Your Honor.
You do not have records for that, or you just do not know of your own personal knowledge, Mr.
I just don't know, Your Honor.
Of your personal knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would I assume counsel would present that kind of evidence with the proper witnesses?
Your Honor, I think there is a misapprehension that must be clarified first. The columns did not exist even in 2004, Your Honor. This was a pre-selling agreement.
Yes.
It came into agreement much later, Your Honor. That is why there were no dues being collected until many years later.
Yes,
Now,
in fact, it is a contract to sell.
that is right, Your Honor. Now, with respect to the acceptance of the keys, I can tell you tentatively that it was no sooner than late 2009 or early 2010. I will endeavor to find the...
You're not testifying of your
No,
own
Your
knowledge,
Honor. I'm just
Mr. Witness, no?
relaying information that I received, Your Honor.
That is not evidence here, Mr.
I'm just trying to assist you, Your
Counsel.
Honor.
Yeah, I don't need your assistance.
Thank
Mr.
you, Your
Counsel.
Honor. Seems not.
Yeah, we will wait for the witnesses to be presented, and we will ask the questions, Mr. President.
When was the building finished, constructed and finished?
Anybody know?
Based on our records, sir, there are 3 towers in the columns. 2006 for Tower 1, 2007 for Tower 2, and 2008 for Tower 3.
When
Your
was the unit of Mrs. Corona?
In Tower 1, Your Honor.
Tower 1, the first one.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was finished when?
Based on our record, this is 2006, Your Honor.
All right.
Senator Pimentel, Mr. President.
Senator Pimentel.
Thank you, Mr. President. For the Defense Counsel,
Yes, sir.
did I hear you correctly earlier that you stated that Mrs. Corona wanted her money back?
Well, yes, in effect, Your Honor.
Did she take steps? Did she write a demand letter or even file a case?
There were an exchange of letters, but my recollection is that there was a reluctance on their part to file a case, Your Honor.
What do you call this action? What's the technical name for this kind of action?
Cancellation or rescission, Your Honor.
Decision, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Governed. Do you still remember the article in the Civil Code? So
I'm afraid you might have me at a disadvantage, Your Honor.
now, anyway, just for the
1191.
for the benefit of the 11
I think so, Your Honor.
or 1151, no?
Somewhere there.
Someday in the Civil Code. So the only action taken by Mrs. Corona was to write a letter. Did you present the letter?
Not yet, Your Honor. The letter to
No, you
to
asking
them.
asking for the return of the amounts that she has paid for
There
the
is a
unit.
different witness for that exchange, Your Honor.
And you will do it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Well, the counsel.
I have concluded my direct presentation, my direct examination, Your
All
Honor.
right. Cross.
May we conduct cross-examination tomorrow, Your Honor? We don't have copies of the documents.
We have
presented.
no objection, Your
All
Honor.
right. This witness is discharged. You come
Mr.
back.
President.
Senator Smenya.
Thank you. Mr. President, may I direct some questions at the witness himself?
Yes.
Mr. Lim, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Lim, just to refresh our memory, there are 3 towers in the columns.
Yes, Your Honor.
The first one was finished and occupancy started in 06.
2006, yes, Your Honor.
The second one in 07,
07,
and the third one in 08.
08, Your Honor.
And the unit that was purchased by Mrs. Corona was in the first, second, or third
In
tower?
the first, Your Honor.
In 06.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, you were hired just recently.
Yes, Your Honor.
You belong to a company that is a property management company.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that property management company owned by Ayala?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. This is subsidy of Ayala Landing.
All right. Now, you're familiar with the condominium law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Essentially, what a person buys is air. Air. Between the 4 walls, the ceiling, and the floor. Do you know that?
Can you repeat the question, Your Honor? Can you repeat the question, Your Honor?
You know that a unit owner in a condominium building is actually only buying the air which his unit is supposed to occupy.
Yes, Your Honor.
The common areas, the ceilings, the walls, the floors, the pipes, the electric, the corridors, they're all owned by the condominium corporation, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And that is what they call commonly owned areas.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is what you are responsible for.
Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly.
All right. Now, so when a tenant complains about an undersized electrical wire, that would be the fault of the developer.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And would these wires be any different from the wires in the other units of the building, or wouldn't they all be the same sizes?
It depends on the unit size, Your Honor. But
You mean
basically, it's
The
similar.
bigger the unit, the heavier the wire?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So therefore, were there complaints from any other unit owners in the building about the size of the electrical wires?
There are seldom, Your Honor. On my tenure, there are about less than 10, Your Honor.
who complained about the size of the electrical wires.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were these corrected by the developer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And did you correct also the complaint and attend to the complaint of Mrs. Corona about the undersized electrical wires?
For that, Your Honor, I don't have an idea because maybe that
So
is
we
already-
shall ask the
Yes, Your Honor.
Ayala Corporation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, the unit of Mrs. Corona is on 31st floor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that the top floor?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, that's the second penthouse she buys in the area. And she had a leaking roof. Did she complain about the leaking roof? I just heard earlier that
Actually, sir, I don't have an idea for that. When she wrote the letter, that's the time I have an idea. But basically, the upper floor of Mrs. Corona is a roof deck already. Your Honor.
was what?
It's a roof deck already, roof deck.
Yes, it's a roof deck. That's why she complained of a leaking roof.
Yes, Your Honor, but I don't have an idea for that because I don't see it personally.
So you don't know if it's actually repaired.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll check with the developer. Now,